Alrighty guys, today we're going to go over how you would go about making a grill for, say, a truck or an SUV. We're going to be using the array tool, and we're also going to be using a polygon tool. So we're going to start by drawing a hexagon. So I'm going to click on this polygon icon up at the top, and then you'll notice that we already have 6 sides selected. So first I'm going to start to draw it, and I'm just going to give it some factors here. I'm going to do an outer. So we have, notice on the right hand side we have inside diameter and then external diameter, or internal diameter and external diameter. So you'll notice that we have a small circle that's going to be our internal diameter, and then our point where my cursor is currently, that's going to be our external. So I'm going to click on the tab key, and you'll notice on the right hand menu I can hover through the menu by clicking tab. So I'm going to go to internal diameter, and I'm going to set that to 0.3 or 0.75. There it is. And then now here, just so it's horizontal, and then I'm going to click again, and then go over to the right, and I'm going to click on the arrow. So now you'll notice I have the figure. So now I'm actually going to select a point here. You'll notice that I can drag this and make it more abrupt, but if I hover over more than just that side, or the whole object, I can grab these ends and I can drag them outwards. So what I want to do is I want to make this, the figure here, I want to make it relatively about 2 inches. So I'm going to go down to the bottom menu here, make it 2 inches. And then now what I'm going to do is I'm going to round some of these edges with just a small fillet. It's always good to round the corners just to make sure that it has a, a nice corner, so that when the torch is running around that, it doesn't stop and then go. So what we're going to do is use the Fillet Tool. You can click F on the keyboard. You'll notice the menu to the right. And we're just going to click 2 lines. And notice it did a fillet of just about 100 thousandths. So I'm going to make it 0.08. I'll do like 80. Or let's do 6. So 60 thousandths. I'm going to click Enter. And then I'm going to click the check. And then I'm going to click F again. And then now I'm going to go through, Enter. If I click on screen, it'll automatically get me out of the fillet command. And then I click F again. And then click 1, 2, Enter, F again, Enter, F again, Enter, F again, Enter. So there we go. Now we have all the sides rounded. Now I'm just going to take this object. What I want to do is just I want to do an array. So the way that I'm going to do this is I'm going to go up here all the way to the right. You'll see this linear pattern. That's going to be a linear array. So I can take this and I can drag it up like this. So this is a nice option that you can do, so you can get it relatively where you want. That'd be a nice position right here to make sure that they are evenly spaced, and it's going to look good for a grill sequence. If I click the check box at the bottom right, that will give me 2 that are perfectly in alignment with each other, parallel to these edges. So now what I want to do is select both of these, and now from there I'm going to do an array tool one more time, and then now what I can do is I can say, okay, I want it to space this away, this, there we go. Now it's better to zoom in and get your grid a little bit smaller. There we go. Now I'll drag it down. There we go. looks like we need to go a little bit more there. So that looks like it is equal. Alright, so once I get those where I want them, now what I can do is I can say, okay, I want to do a different number for count. So I want to do 5 pieces, and then notice it's going to drag it off to the right there. I can do this here, 5. There we go. So there you go. So notice how it's creating this array here. So now what I can do is make it as big as I want this to be. So you know, if I wanted to drag that out to 20, then I could just type 20. And then once I click on the screen there, so notice that. So it gives me this nice big pattern. I got a whole bunch of those. What we might want to do is actually not only do one direction. So what I'm going to do is make this one, or where it says 20. Actually, I'm going to keep this as 20, and I'm going to keep the degrees. Let's see. Well, let's make that a 1, and we'll make this 5. So yeah, we're just going to go up with it. And then what we'll do is grab all of these and go to the right. So, alright. So what I want to do is make 10. And then notice every time I click on this screen, it gives me a preview. So this would be relatively, so 4 up to roughly 14. So 10 inches high. It's a decent size for a grill. If I click check, it automatically populates those. Now I can select them all, and if I want to do one more, now what I can do is drag them over to the right here. So it makes it nice and simple to visualize. I'll keep going until we get to a spot that looks pretty good. That looks about right. And then what I want to do is change the count from 2 to however many I need for a grill. So I might do 10. And it's going to automatically populate across. So I'm going to click check. And there you have it. So that's how you would get that sequence for the grill or for the mesh that you're looking to do. Now you can make that any shape you want. Hexagons work really nice. They fit together well. It's an easy one to create a pattern for. And now from here you can obviously draw a rectangle around it. And that would allow you to trim away these top segments and the bottom segments. You know, we can make a line here and say, okay, I want to, you know, drop a point here, and I want to go right to this edge. Let's see, we'll go all the way across to this point here. There it is. So now once I do that, notice that we can click escape, and now we can trim away the rest of these objects. So it makes it nice and easy. You can draw a box over the top of those and click delete, and there it is. So it's going to delete all those, and now we would just have to go through and trim away these lines here. So that. So we would just go through and trim a wall. So that's how we would do this. I won't spend too much longer. You probably get the rough idea, and then you'd be able to put a frame around this, anchor to the center point. If you wanted to put a logo, you could go ahead and drop one right in the center of it. You know, that'll better help you input a logo. You can either cut it out of an ellipse or a circle in the center of the grill, but it makes it very simple for you to design. And then, you know, obviously you can add any forming that you might need on a press break. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I'm going to keep this video, I'm going to call it here since it's almost about 10 minutes. If you have any questions or if you have video requests, feel free to go to squickmons.com and you can drop them in our Contact Us form. as well as you can send a request to support@Squickmons, and we look forward to hearing from you.